significant involvement in Banorte's situation. Here's my final project, and my name is Yelista Reyes Gonzalez. The content of this will be the context, next the Mexico's business environment, the free trade agreement, the clusters of local economies, Banorte Móvil app, the conflict, and finally a conclusion. Well, in the context of Mexico's financial narrative during the mid-2019 era, Carlos Hank found himself at the center of a captivating story woven around Banorte Móvil app. This application is famously known as a giant formidable financial. Assuming to the role of Banorte chairman, the board in January 2019 seized Carlos Hank, who had to embark on a journey of transformation and self-growth. Amidst the dynamic backdrop of shifting business environment of Mexico, it all goes back into the last 2 years, where some ancient research graduates did a compilation of the basic data in order to understand how Mexico's business environment works. So now I will explain about this environment. Well, in the business aspect of Mexico, the style of negotiation is characterized with making numerous activities at the same time, which means multitasking. Also, most companies have a hierarchical system in order to maintain a command chain so decisions can be taken. Now, in the economical aspect, the status 28 days are at 11.25%. The inflation rate is at 4.64%, and the UDIs are in 7.85 words. These data were taken from the Banxico website. Now, the free trade agreements are a big part of this environment. Why? Well, because all of the 13 FTAs under the investigation in order for Hank to be able to discern will be chosen in order to apply into the situation. Now, the clusters of local economies. Well, the financial institution metamorphosis echoes through the various clusters of the local economies, which involve the process of recognizing the regional primary economic activities that shape each area, the economic policies, infrastructure development, and global market dynamics to also influence the diversity observed across Mexico's regions. Each of the mentioned above are included in the elements from the primary, secondary, and tertiary sectors. Now I will talk about a global context about Banorte. Well, Banorte embarked on a quest down to the far, far away, guided by the ABU led by the braver Jose Antonio Murillo. The Abu a beacon of insight amidst the demographics and diversity of the country has shown the newcomers a beautiful landscape that was hidden under their own eyes. They immediately endeavored to translate data intelligence found into the profits. Now, a context of the Banorte Móvil app. Well, this app has over 225 million active users, and it has faced a critical plot twist. It fell short of the 4 million user target for 2020. The journey of adoption was fraught with challenges, especially in the activation phase, where potential users slip through the narrative's grasp. Next, well, the financial framework made a lot of trouble, and it made the plot thicken, which was also a key piece for Carlos in order to him to understand how does Banorte can adjust into these frameworks. And finally, well, the regulations related to trade, labor, taxation, and industry-specific requirements, Carlos could finally get the last piece of the puzzle so that he could launch and fix the app. Now, the conflict. Well, it wasn't easy. Carlos had to get used to all of the judgment and constant downs, but after all the research and for him to make a lot of connections, he was finally able to solve the enigma and improve the Banorte Móvil app. He has to be always aware of the changes that could impact market entry, operations, as well as the compliance. And well, in general, the conflict was developed because of all the politics and policies that have been affecting the journey of Carlos, and he had to learn about them, measure all of the necessary things, and so that he could join along with the politics as well as the policies, so he could shape a business environment for his app. Now the conclusion. Well, as Banorte grapped with these external forces, the storyline crescendo with a realization at upper management imperative to prioritize the growth of mobile banking to secure Banorte's standing in Mexico's final epic. Well, Carlos Hank had to make a lot of efforts as well as sacrifices in order for the app to become what it is nowadays. And the questions hung in the air how to effectively target client segments for mobile adoption and whether Banorte Móvil could evolve beyond mere adoption numbers to yield increased value and engagement. Also, against the canvas of financial intrigue, this Banorte Móvil continued with Hank navigating through hard twists and turns so that the Banorte Móvil app as well as the bank, the financial institution Banorte, overreach within the realms and business environments, clusters, and diverse financial sectors. Thanks for your attention.